Hello, friends.
It is the Masters.
It is almost Masters Week.
My shirt on.
It is almost Masters Week. Want to hear a joke I heard today? Actually, I probably can't tell that joke. It's a Tiger Woods joke.
About Tiger Woods driving?
Yeah, it was something about, a lion would never do that, but a tiger would. And I don't remember who told it, but I was like, oh, that's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it was on TV, and your mom said something about, what's up? And I said, he always had trouble with the driver.
Yeah.
But, sad.
Boom.
Sad.
Well,
So
it is the Masters Week, so welcome in, everyone. Glad you're back. This is the Shepherd's Podcast. We've been a little on hiatus.
Well, we've been remote.
You've been remote.
I've been remote.
Co-host and I have nothing to do.
You
That
both?
was my favorite episode of the Shepherd's Podcast.
Why? Because you weren't on it?
Exactly.
There you go.
You both had the same opportunity. We recorded that at the prayer conference. As ministers, you both had the opportunity to go to the prayer conference. I probably could have got you around that table, and we could have all been there together, and we could have died together. But no, y'all let me be crucified by myself. I know how Jesus felt this week.
You act
do
like
bad
we
all
would
by
have.
yourself.
You act like we would have said anything.
You might have kept me out of trouble. I got in trouble over that
It
podcast.
doesn't work here, so why would it work there?
I got in trouble. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Shepherd's Gathering.
Yeah, it's coming up.
It's coming up.
Like 2 or 3 weeks.
1, 2, 3, 4 weeks from
4 weeks
today, the
from
day
when
of
we're recording. So let's talk about that. A gathering of pastors beginning Monday night, April 26th, with a fellowship dinner. And then we got 2 big announcements today, so I hope you're listening. And then on Wednesday, we're going to hear from...
It's actually the 27th.
Thank
Monday
you.
is the 27th.
Get the dates right. Monday the 27th. On Wednesday, April 28th, we're going to hear from Dr. Tuesday.
It's on the screen.
It was a long day yesterday. Tuesday, April 28th, we're going to hear from, starting at breakfast is at 8, 9 o'clock, we're going to hear from Dr. Mark Williams. Following him will be Pastor Chris Kilgore. We'll have lunch. Pastor Neil Nolan will speak. Following him will be Pastor me, I think.
There you go.
Depending on how much time's left, we'll do some Q&A, and we'll come back to that. We'll have dinner again. And then Wednesday, the 29th, the entire morning is with Dr. Mark Rutland. The theme of the conference is After His Heart, and we're going to take a look at David, from a shepherding perspective. What can we learn just in a 30,000-foot viewpoint looking down at what does David teach us about shepherding? So, and I want to encourage all of my pastors to register.
Yeah.
It's $75. Go to theshepherdsgathering.com.
Yes.
theshepherds.gathering.com. It's $75. Now, the $75 covers all your meals. That's all we are charging you what the food cost us. It's really free.
Yeah.
But so that's it. Now, here's the 2 things I want to announce today.
Uh-oh.
So Monday night,
Can I drum roll on the mic?
you can drum roll.
Probably not. I'm getting a dirty look. No.
Monday night after when we're done eating, fellowship dinner's at 6 o'clock. We're gonna do an open mic Q&A. I'll be there. Dr. Williams is scheduled to be there,
Nice.
and if he's willing, we'll have him up. And if he's not, then maybe I'll have Jamie Barfield there. Barfield's going to be there. I don't know, but just an open mic Q&A. Here's the tease, I guess. By then, the agenda for the General Assembly will be set. So unless we're forbidden not to talk about it, we could probably have preliminary discussions about topics we are going to be seeing at the upcoming General Assembly. And I was on a Zoom call this morning, and it's going to be fun. So we'll do that on Monday night, just kind of an open mic Q&A.
Yeah.
And I think Dr. Williams will join us. That'll be a great time together. Then we'll come back Tuesday, and then we'll do another Q&A at the end of the day Tuesday. But that may be more about things we've discussed throughout the day. I want this to be very interactive. I want it to be very fellowship oriented. I want it to be very nurturing and feeding. Ministry is very different than any other vocation that exists, and it's one of the loneliest vocations there is. And so this is a chance for us to come together. Here's the second thing that we haven't announced. We're going to cut off registration April, I think, the 15th. Okay?
So the same day that you have to file your taxes?
That's exactly. If you hadn't registered by then. And Church of God people are notorious for waiting to the last minute. But we can't do that. We have to prepare the food. We've got some things we're going to give you, and we have to know how many to order. So the deadline to register is April the 15th. And we're in the 40s. We got about 40-something pastors who have already registered. They're coming. So if you're going to come, and these are not just South Carolina guys. We got guys coming from other states. If you're going to come, you need to go register. You need to register right now. Now, we will open the door for laity if they want to hear Dr. Williams, if they want to hear Mark Rutland. We're not going to feed them, but they're welcome to come. But for the pastors, we are asking you to register. The deadline's April the 15th. No one has helped us promote this.
Correct.
And we have asked, and we've got no answer. So we're on our own here, boys and girls. But if you would like, and the other thing I would say is share. If you're coming, call some of your pastor friends, invite them to come. We have a group rate at the Marriott at 85 and Pelham Road
on the Parkway.
I think the Parkway. I think it's $139 a night, which is a great rate for. It's a great rate for that hotel. There is right there. You call, tell them you're coming to the, I don't know what the code is, whether it's Praise Cathedral or Shepherd's Gathering. Praise Cathedral.
You are a stone's throw away.
Yeah.
From us, from
everything.
There's Starbucks.
85.
There's a Walmart right there.
What else could you need?
Right.
Possibly. What else?
Panera's right there now.
California Dreaming. Right across the road.
Yep.
So, all right. So there it is. We're going to do an open mic Q&A Monday night after dinner, and the registration deadline's April 15th. And help us get the word out.
May I ask?
You can ask anything.
Well, this is a question that I've been asked.
I'm not afraid.
That I thought maybe you might want to address on this, because I've been asked it a couple of times.
Please.
If I don't want to eat, do I still need to register? Chirp, chirp. Because I don't know the answer to that.
If you want the materials.
Yeah.
Because we're giving some materials too. Let me push back another way. If that registration is keeping you from coming, register and I'll pay your registration fee.
There you go.
And whether you eat or not, I don't care. I'll just box it up and take it home.
Yeah.
But if that registration is keeping you from coming, register and I'll cover your fee. And if it doesn't let you do that, then you just get in touch with us and I'll take care of it.
Did you register co-host number 2?
I did. I wanted to see how it was working.
I think the rest of you were registered. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think Angela took care of that.
I was going to say, I guess I should register.
If that $75 is keeping you from coming, I'll take care of it. There.
That answers the FAQ.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and we're looking forward to that. And I don't know, other than next week's podcast, if there'll be another podcast before the conference, because I'll be in Cleveland the week before for Council of 18. So time's winding down, boys and girls.
Go ahead and register. Hit us with the web address one more time.
TheShepherdsGathering.com.
Yeah.
The Shepherds, plural, more than one.
Yeah.
TheShepherdsGathering.com.
And it's the first time doing this, and I look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing how we're going to do it better when and if we do it again. Because the other side of this is, all right, to certain entities. If you're not going to help me, then I'm going to go full steam with this. And it's just a little bit of that. I don't know where I get that from, but
I don't either.
And nonetheless,
I have no idea.
you have no idea where that comes from. Shepherd's Gathering. Look forward to seeing everybody. Hey, it's Easter week.
It is.
It's the week of Passion. Boy, we had a great day yesterday.
Yeah, we're already in it.
We are already in it. We started yesterday with Palm Sunday. We had 18 baptized, which is that's about as many as I want to do in one service. I got a video sent to me of some church that had 400 baptized. I'm thinking, boy, that's some dirty water when you're done. But we had 18 baptized, and I enjoy it when it's across the age spectrum.
Yeah.
You had children, you had teenagers, you had adults, and so that was we had a great day.
Had a mom and a son.
That's right.
Yeah, mom.
That's
and a
right.
son.
You had a mom and a son, and you had people that you don't necessarily know, who you suddenly realize that they've been here or they are here or something here. And anyway, so the baptism was great. Then we had a great Palm Sunday service, the story of the rocks again. And I don't like to repeat sermons, but that's probably one that every 10 years or so, as long as I'm here, I'll preach. Because like your daughter sends me a text last night and how much she liked it and she had a rock. Well, her generation had never heard that sermon that I preached 20 years ago, and people still walk around with their rocks in their pocket. So we had that. Then yesterday afternoon, we had the Royal Rangers Gold Achievement Ceremony. You and I were there. And
Gold Medal of Achievement.
Gold Medal of Achievement. And 4 of our young men had won that. I guess they range from high school to college age.
3 of them are seniors, and Jaden's a sophomore at North Greenville. Cybersecurity major.
These guys put in all this work, and it was really good, and really proud of them. And then we had a great night of worship last night, about an hour, and just to sit and there's one. I think there's a misunderstanding about night of worship, because I saw my mom afterwards, and she's like, she said, I wanted to come, but I don't want to stand for an hour. And I was like, you don't have to stand.
Yeah. I
didn't stand at all. I sat over in the front row of the youth gallery. Really, I sat there so nobody. I just didn't want to be watched.
Yeah. I get that.
I just didn't want any eyes. I just sat there, and for most of the hour, my eyes were closed, and I was singing along with them, and it was great. So I'd say to anybody, you don't have to come and stand.
Right.
You can come and sit and close your eyes and sing. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But we had a good night at that today and tomorrow. So it's Monday and Tuesday of Passion Week. The worship center is open. There's music playing.
Yes, sir.
And it's open for prayer till noon to 8 o'clock. Individual prayer, family prayer, whatever you want to do. We've just decided we're going to open the doors and let people come pray. Wednesday is the normal Wednesday night service, but I'm doing something different this month. I'm doing what I call the rest of the story. Anytime you take a text and preach it, there's no way to preach it.
Right.
No way to preach it all.
Sure.
And so what I want to do, and I'll go back this week, it'll be about Palm Sunday, and so I'll hand out the scripture from the triumphal entry, and then challenge those who are there and those watching online. Let's talk about all the aspects of what's happening here.
Yeah.
What miracles do you see? There's a great miracle in that text that I don't know if people have ever really dug into, and I don't want to give it away now. But how about the whole? Here's what got me going down this road. How about the whole? Go get the colt, and if anybody says anything to you, tell them
the master needs it. The
Lord has need of it.
Yeah.
So, was that prearranged? Was that a prearranged code? Was that the power of the word in that moment? And I've heard different opinions on that.
Yep.
But it's a great, and of course I said yesterday, don't go try to crank your neighbor's car and say the Lord has need of it. I don't think it'll work out well for you.
Yeah.
But thoughts like that.
Julia wanted to try to come crank your car and be like, the Lord has me. That's what she said. She said, I got an idea.
I did.
Yeah.
And I would have said, take it, baby.
No,
But no, I mean, there's so much more there than you can cover in 25, 30 minutes on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And even what you have covered to talk about it further. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the aspect on Wednesday night. I'm going to try it in April and see how it does. That'll be a Wednesday night. Thursday night, the first upper room communion service that I have done. Mm-hmm. Part of this comes out of, sorry, Spam is calling me. They love me.
Hate that guy. Spam and Bill. God.
Oh, gee. Part of this comes out of, we always have this Good Friday communion service Friday at noon, but everybody can't make it.
Sure, people are at work.
School. Some people's kids are in school. So we wanted to add a Thursday night communion service. And, of course, if you're doing that, it has to be built around the upper room. I'm not going to try to cover that whole 4-chapter upper room moment that John gives us. I'll probably just take little snippets year by year.
Yeah.
And so we'll talk just a little bit about what's going on in the upper room and the moving parts. And we're going to talk about what is there and what isn't there, because there are things there that'll surprise you, and there are things there that are missing. And you're like, wait a minute, real quickly, okay, we're having this dinner, but where's the food?
Right.
So that'll be Thursday at 7. Friday is the annual Good Friday communion service, one of my favorites, about 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, we're having a resurrection breakfast with Dale Gilbert.
Yep.
Voice of the Clemson Tigers. If you go to, is he still doing that?
Yeah, he does.
He was the stadium announcer, and I don't know if he does basketball or not, but he
used to.
He did football, and of course his daughter Allie's a member of our church, and Dale is here when he can be, and he's just a great guy. Great testimony. That's Saturday morning. And then, of course, Sunday, both services, 9 and 10:30. Choir be in both services, and you guys will be open in the student center.
Second service.
And so we'll shout the resurrection. One of the things I noticed yesterday, so yesterday we had the children and the youth. We were all together, and we do that. We try to do it at least once a quarter. You guys are over about once a month. But with everybody in there, it was pretty full.
Oh, I got some comments. I got some folks that were, y'all are over here again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got some of those.
Was that good or bad?
Bad. Like, hey, you're taking up a bunch of room here.
You got my space here.
One guy was like, you're making us look old because now we struggle to walk all the way up.
We got to go all the way up there.
We got to go all the way up.
It was a pretty full house in the second service yesterday. And it does reminds us, one of the reasons we do a separate youth service, separate children's service. Yeah, okay. This is, yeah.
And it anytime that I have to talk about it, I tell people this, like, rough estimate here, but pretty close. It's about 25% of our students are Sunday morning only.
Yeah, and that number will go up.
Yep. And about 20% are Wednesday night only.
Yeah.
Everybody else is pretty much both. But, that's a quarter of your entire group that says, I can give you once a week.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Schedules and all that stuff.
Oh, man.
It's never ending. And, to that, let me add this here, because we're just kind of hodgepodge today.
It's a catch up.
We were at a school event for your girls last week, and overheard part of a conversation of somebody, well, I went to this church, I'm going to try this church. We have a great children's program, and we have we have a great children's ministry.
Yeah.
And we have a great youth ministry, and we have parameters set by how we're comfortable operating those ministries.
Correct.
And so if you come here and you want your children to participate, they can. And what based on,
within the parameters.
But if those parameters aren't what you're looking for, they don't have to. There's no mandatory.
Right.
And we have families who want their children sitting with them in church every Sunday, and they sit in church fine.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, we're offering these as an opportunity for you.
It's optional.
But you don't have to participate. There's no mandatory element here.
Right.
I don't know if people always get that. And
Probably not.
But you know, and we have some wonderful families who they want to sit with their children on Sunday morning, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Some of them, their children are small. Some of them, the children are older.
Right.
Hey, your kids.
Yeah.
You know. All right. So we covered Shepherd's Gathering. We covered this coming week. Let's talk about the era of podcast.
The podcast wars.
Dun, dun, dun.
We need a theme.
Yeah, we do. We do. You know, like storage. What'd you call it? Storage wars?
Daniel says storage wars.
Yep. Is that what the guy says? Yep. I need that voice in the background when I say something good. Yep.
He has
You about
merch.
had one yesterday. Yeah.
Gosh, it's helped. Man, I was good. I was like, and you know, my voice disappeared in the first service,
It did.
but then it held up in the second service. But anyway,
That honey water.
honey water doesn't hurt. I'll tell you that right now. Warm honey water.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt at all. So I did the podcast with Jamie and had a lot of fun. And
I'm glad.
so where we go? Where's this coming from? This part of our. Go ahead,
True
please.
story. I'm at Winterfest,
Yeah.
and I had to call you. I called you Saturday morning. You picked up the phone. I said, I hope you boys enjoyed yourself while I'm up here with all these state directors and officials.
Did that first part drop while you were up there?
Yeah.
Well, see, he released his podcast in whole.
Oh, that's
He did
right.
the whole thing.
That's right. That's right. And yeah, you're exactly right. I'm gonna have to look for that picture later and send it to you. And that brings. Let me do a generic backdrop to where we're going here. Podcast. When I talk about on the podcast things in the general church. First of all, I don't have an agenda.
Sure.
When Dr. Phil Cook was here a couple of weeks ago and the Lee Singers, and I said, I was telling a little story then, and I said, I never plan to print my resume again. I got no agenda. I'm not running for anything.
Right.
But I'm not running from anything. And I had a member pointed out to me yesterday, I'm at a particular point in life that I don't feel like I have to hide anymore. Jamie wanted to know, you know, he brought up, you say things in council meetings that none of the other guys will say. I'm at a point in life where I don't have to be afraid to say it.
Yeah.
And so when I come on a podcast and I'm talking about, if we're doing an All Things Church of God or whatever, I think all I am doing is voicing the conversations that other guys are having in the hallway but are too scared to have anywhere else.
Sure.
Please chime in.
I agree. Some people would refer to it as the angry grandpa stage of life. Not us. We wouldn't say that.
Well, I'm not angry.
No.
And I really don't care.
No.
I think, and I was on a Zoom call this morning regarding the agenda of the assembly, and it got a little terse in a few moments there. And my comment was, look, I haven't decided how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Except I think the body should consider it and vote on it. And whichever way the body goes, I'm good.
Yeah.
But they ought to have the opportunity, rather than just go back in that back hallway and have those conversations, they ought to have the opportunity to discuss it and vote on it.
When people ask me, well, your dad, I mean, he just doesn't care, or your pastor, he don't care anymore. I always say this. It's not that, yes, it's, I don't care, but it's not I'm going to tell you what I think about you, and I don't care if you want to hear it or not. It's not that.
No.
No, it's
I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid to bring up the thing that everybody else is saying, but nobody else wants to say in public.
I'm not afraid to talk about the 800-pound elephant in the room.
I have talked about this before, so I won't get in too much trouble. My first tenure on the state youth board,
Right.
a long time ago, there was something that was presented and I'm younger and stupider than I am now, and I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. So we voted unanimous, boom. Then we broke for lunch. Everybody but me and my fellow neophyte, Derek Wooten, was angry that had just passed.
But
can't believe it just passed. And I remember us looking at each other and going, but it was unanimous. And nobody said anything in the room. Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
You are the one who's going, why are we talking about this after? Why doesn't somebody just speak up and go, hey, no, I don't want to do this?
Yeah.
Why are we voting for it?
Or even ask, why are we doing this?
Why are we voting for it and then complaining about it?
Yeah. And so to that, probably what you got ambushed about at Winterfest was Jamie and I having a discussion about the role of youth directors in the current Church of God model.
Correct. And it wasn't an ambush. It was just people laughing. And
yeah, but were they?
I think so.
Behind the laughter.
Oh, I don't know.
And so let me just say,
I was there to work.
I understand. You were one of the few.
I'm focused on kids.
Were you in charge of the green room?
I don't go to the green room.
Oh, okay. No. Here's the funny part about that the role of the youth director in the current church. This is a discussion guys are having everywhere.
Straighten that out a little bit.
This is not my idea. This is a discussion guys are looking at each other saying, okay, states are starting to get crunched for money. And let me just say this. Last year, South Carolina, we're doing budget review. I was out of town. I was on the front part of the Zoom. I couldn't be on the second part. And I get a text from the chairman who says, you've got to get on this Zoom because we're coming up hundreds of thousands of dollars short in balancing the budget. And now we balanced it, but it brings you to the reality of as money becomes tight, you start looking at what is absolutely necessary. How can you do it differently? And still, you don't want to cut the ministry. You never want to cut the ministry. But these are conversations. I mean, you can be mad at me for having it on a public forum.
I'm not mad.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
You can take issue with me for bringing this up in a public setting, but these are conversations that guys are having all of the time. And it's kind of, we're very bad about the emperor's new clothes within our denomination. You remember that story, that the emperor's new clothes? Vaguely.
I don't remember the story. I do enjoy The Emperor's New Groove. It's a Disney movie, but
I think the old story was Emperor's New Clothes. Everybody told the emperor how great his clothes were, but he didn't have anything on or something. Nobody had the nerve to tell him, you're not wearing anything. Or maybe he was in his skivvies or something like that. But because he was the emperor, nobody dared point out the obvious.
yeah. Yeah.
We're pretty bad about that in the denomination.
Is that like calling everybody doctor just to make sure you don't offend them?
Next podcast, right?
I called somebody doctor and then I got yelled at. Don't call him a doctor. He not.
There you go. It's the thing that everybody looks at system people and just smiles and nods and then turns and says, why are we doing this? That's, for me, from my standpoint, when I talk about all things Church of God or whatever, I'm just publicly stating, because I got no agenda, what people are saying in various sectors, and I got nothing to hide. Do I? So again, hold your thing up way high. Will there be states who should look at whether or not they need a full-time youth director? I think there will, and I think there are, and I think there should. And you may decide you do, and that's great. But, these are conversations that are going to be had. We have one state who has gone their own way and have done it very successfully. Maybe we should take a look at that model if money is an issue in your state. That's all I'm saying. And the other side of that is the sensitivity of those in the system when you get close to their turf.
Well, for their livelihood in some degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who pays you?
I wonder, so the state that did it different, I think you're talking about North Georgia.
North Georgia.
So North Georgia does it different. Did they advertise it? Did they say, hey, we're doing this differently?
I don't remember exactly how it came about, when it came about. It's been that way for 20 years.
Long time.
Long time.
Long time before podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Became the norm. So
yeah,
it kind of flew under the radar.
You know, for a long time they had the standard three positions: the state overseer, the youth director, the evangelism director. And somewhere along the way, they merged the youth director and the evangelism director into a non-tenured position, and it's worked great for 20 years. And there's a lot of pluses in that model. Now, there may be some minuses, but there's a lot of pluses. Of course, at the end of the day, if we're going to get really honest, it all comes down to the person and how well they're doing the job.
Yeah.
It all comes down to, and Greg Baird's a great guy.
Love Greg.
And so it all comes down to having the right person. But, you know, if I was looking at South Carolina, I didn't intend to go here today. If I was looking at South Carolina, could we do that? Yeah, I think we could. Now, do we want to do it right now? I don't know. Would we save money? Yeah. But again, all I am doing is giving voice to the observations and the conversations that people are having who are a little more intimidated by the system, by the offices that, you know, can be intimidating if they want to be.
Sure.
Well, bringing it home, I even think in your leadership model here on our staff, the guys that say, hey, we probably need to rethink this and kind of not push back on you or any decision you make or the council makes, but you're kind of like, okay, I'm willing to listen to another voice, whether I agree or disagree.
Yeah.
I'm at least open to a conversation of.
We can talk about it.
We can talk about it.
Like, you know, a month or so ago, we had this great idea for some new merch. I mean, it was hot.
We had an inside joke about new merch.
We had this great idea for some new merch, and people wanted it. I even put it on my Facebook page, and people thought they were ordering. I need 3 these sizes, and I even have a magnet here. I don't know if we can zoom in.
I can't zoom on this camera.
I can't zoom. Sorry. Well, if you had sent a donation to Shepherd's Podcast so that we could have new equipment. But I had people go on their own and take the image and make magnets, and it's right here. But I had some voices who said, oh, no, too soon. And I said, okay, all right, that's fine. I don't want you to be uncomfortable. We didn't go down that road. Now those voices are starting to become very comfortable, and we'll probably have some merch this summer. But anyway, it's just, you got to be willing to have the conversation. Yeah. And you got to be able to push back, give and take, because you should be working for the common good. What is best for
the people?
The people. What is best for the people?
In any conversation, not just this one, any conversation, any topic, I think we, as a movement, I think we miss that.
I think you're right.
I think we miss the whole people over position. I think we miss what's best for them. What do they want? What do they need?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, not patting myself, nothing like that, but I will tell you, and Donna would say the same thing, and I could name other people who have been on boards and committees with us, to go into those rooms and talk about, in some cases, to go in those rooms and talk about what do the kids want, what's best for them. In some cases, it's been awkward and frustrating
and shut down.
And I'm talking about over 18 years of experience here.
Right.
To go into different rooms and locations and say, yeah, what about the kids?
Yeah.
And it's almost jarring a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we missed that. I think we missed what about the people?
You know, you and I had some conversations last week because we had a gut check scenario arise, and that's all I'll say about that. You know, but it was one of those moments that was a gut check. It was like, oh man,
Right.
and you suddenly realize that this isn't about me,
Right.
and what is. You know, we got this in regard to youth. We got this little window to prepare them for life. They need the best. That, you know, and I can't go too far down that road. I will get a little worked up, which is why yesterday I went over to that side of the room and I wanted those kids to know, look, you're going to make decisions and you're going to make mistakes. You're not going to get it right. We didn't, and don't think you are. But the one thing is, you got to know when you've made the worst decisions possible, there's still a God who loves you, and there's so, you know, like Jacob, who screwed his life up doing what he thought God wanted him to getting what he thought God wanted him to have, and it wasn't what God wanted him to have. He's had his own way of doing it. So yeah, and we're at 37. Good grief. Yeah, there's been a little.
You were on Barfield for like an hour.
I was on Barfield for an hour. Yeah, but he was, you know, Jamie was digging. he was.
We don't dig.
Yeah.
You're not getting no
You guys are afraid because you know I'll just keep digging with you.
There you go.
I've still got 3 kids at home.
Well, and now I'm going to give you a prophecy in a few minutes, but I didn't get any pushback from It's the other part. Well, I did get some pushback, didn't I?
You did.
But that's just, well, never mind. The guys will come up and say something to you.
Correct.
About, boy,
yeah,
your dad's after all the youth directors, isn't he? No, I'm not after him.
And I just go, yes. He has their addresses.
I'm not. I mean, one of them followed me up on Jamie's podcast, said nobody cares what I say.
It's true, he did.
Nobody wants to hear what he has to say, which I know he said that tongue in cheek, but nonetheless, they may not. You know, the reality is I may be never elected to another board. And you know what?
You're fine with that.
You would be fine with that.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. I'd be glad to serve if you think you'd like for me to serve, but if you don't, that's okay too. I got plenty to do,
right?
You know, right here. I don't mind having those conversations and saying those things that I think are valid, and I'm not afraid to say them, even to the individuals' faces, because sometimes one of the great things. I go back to a little TED talk I saw where one of the things that happens, especially to ministers, is we don't let ourselves be evaluated.
That's good.
We don't want anybody telling us
what we're doing wrong,
what we do well, and what we do wrong.
Yep.
Did I talk about that on a podcast? You'll have to help me.
I don't. It doesn't
ring a bell.
Doesn't strike familiar.
So I saw this TED talk, and this surgeon, he's a world-renowned surgeon, as the way I understood it. And he's talking about in professional people, once they become professional, it's sort of get your degree and then start plotting your own course and do the best you can.
And that's it.
And that's it. And he said, and then I contrast that to the professional athlete who, for as long as their career is, somebody is coaching them.
Yeah.
Somebody's evaluating them. Somebody is always coaching them. But most of us, once we get our degree in position, we're uncoachable.
Yep.
And this guy actually, as a surgeon, he called his medical school professor who had retired and invited him to come and evaluate his surgical skills. I want you to come and be in the operating room with me for X amount of days and make notes and tell me what I'm doing wrong and what I can't, where I'm, we laughed about Tiger Woods, and I'm not laughing at him, but we talked about that earlier. But as long as Tiger Woods was playing, he had a coach standing behind him.
He did.
Saying,
Hank Haney.
Yeah, all right, your elbow here, your shoulder here. This guy, he might have been an orthopedic surgeon, but he said part of the evaluation, his medical school professor said, why do you let your elbow go up here when you're doing this? Maybe you should do this. And it was just the reality that all of us need continued coaching.
Yeah.
And continued evaluation if we really want to get better. Now, what does it say about us if we don't want to be coached? You ever you've coached kids, the uncoachable player.
I had one kid, and if I said his name, you'd know him. At the time that he was a high school senior, he was every bit of 6'2". Head and shoulders above every other kid.
Yeah.
And he walked up to me the first night of practice, and he said, "Pastor Bo, I'm the best point guard you got on this team." And I said, "Well, buddy, you can play point guard as much as you want inside that paint.
You're 6'2".
You're 6'2".
Yeah.
You're going to catch everything we throw to you, and you're going to lay it up. You're going to get fouled."
Everybody else here is 5'9".
And he ended up getting suspended for the whole season because he was frustrated and got in a fight in the game.
Yeah. When you're uncoachable, you're not far from being unusable.
Michael Jordan in the early 90s, when he was on the Dream Team, Coach K, where I'm going. Coach K was an assistant for the Dream Team. And at the end of practice, K tells the story. He was very nervous to be around Michael, Duke, Carolina, whatever. And Michael called him over and said, "Will you watch me shoot my free throws and tell me what I need to do better?"
Right.
And K says forever, that spoke so much to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything to tell him.
Yeah.
He said, but that he was willing to ask me.
Take a look at this.
Tell me what I need to do better here.
To do better.
Yeah.
If we get to the point as a denomination that we aren't willing to look and say, okay, where can we do better? We're not far from stagnating.
I do believe the danger. It's not hard to find criticism.
No. There's a difference between coaching and criticism.
I think the danger is where you're looking for that coaching. I think you have to find valuable, and not just somebody who's going to tell you what you want to hear.
No. All of us have those people.
Somebody who will challenge you, but somebody who is also not going to attack you for attack's sake. Like genuinely observe this, show me what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That. So anyway, all that being said, that I guess, if we touch nerves, sorry, but it's just honest comments and thoughts of, maybe we need to take a look at this. Now, we have touched nerves, and here's my prophecy as we go into the camp meeting season. Podcast may become a preaching point in the camp meeting circuit.
Probably.
Matter of fact, if look at co-host too. When you hear somebody go off on podcast, send us a clip of that, would you?
Probably.
Look at him.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I won't be at camp meeting.
Oh, come on, man.
Not because of that.
Oh, you're going to be doing a camp somewhere.
We'll be in Montana.
Yeah. Y'all are doing a youth camp somewhere.
We're Donna and I did North Dakota 3-4 years ago, and great youth director up there.
Yeah.
Was a youth board member. He's a pastor up there, Corey Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
And pastors a church up there. And so Corey's bringing us back to do Montana.
Cool.
So it'd be cool because they do like children's services before dinner and then youth services after dinner. So,
they do. That's great.
But that's the week of camp meeting. So,
well, I will be at camp meeting some. I'm debating on wearing a hard hat helmet.
You should.
In case the building falls.
Oh, I thought you meant in case people throw something at you.
No, I'm thinking, kind of a statement on the property, just where. There it goes, right?
The opinions and views.
That was it.
Hold it up.
I will be at camp meeting every day, every service, probably on stage.
Well, God bless you.
This will be the first year
He's
in a
asked me to help him
very
with new sound. So
this will be the first year in a very long time that I'm not playing drums at least once.
Yeah.
The first year.
Yeah.
All right, I get to play Thursday night, so
There you
we'll
go.
we'll do that.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna
Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
They're going to Thursday?
No. Here at the the Last Supper
got you.
communion.
I got you.
He can't wait to get in the drum cage.
This
I'm
Thursday.
very excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to turn the kick and snare up a little bit. But other than that,
Fair enough.
all right, good place to end it.
A good place to end it.
The next one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one I'm excited. Words and phrases overused in the church world.
Unique to the church.
Unique to the church world that you don't hear anywhere else.
I'm going to let you guys do most of the driving on that.
Oh, that'll be fun. All right. Thanks for being with us. Register for the Shepherd's Gathering, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Brother to brother and everyone, a brave amigo.